Hello, hello, friends. Tiana here with TianaSmithCoaching.com. And today I'm so excited to get to share with you the 4-step framework to attract and automate new dream clients on autopilot. Now, before we get started, I just want to double check a couple things on tech and also learn more about you. One is, can you see and hear me and see my presentation? If you can, please type the number 1 in the comments. Help me out. I'm going to double check it on my phone as well, just to make sure that we are live streaming and make sure that the sound is on as well. But if you can put a number 1, okay, I'm seeing 1. Yay, that's exciting. Fantastic. So I'd love to know in the comments if you are coming in live or in replay. Obviously, I'm live right now, but later would be replay. So live, and let me know what you're doing in business or if you're coming up with ideas, and put it in the comments. What I love about the internet and comments and messages and posts and ads is that I personally have created best friendships, clients, collaborations, and media deals just from being engaged online. So I really encourage you, just a side note, little coaching is just to be present and have fun. And I don't know where my presentation just went. Let's try this again. Okay, we're going to go present. All right. So let's double check that you can see it. Okay, now I'm seeing it over here so that I can actually move it. Okay, this is cool. So first and foremost, I just want to welcome you for being here. It's just always a blessing to get to come live, or you get to see a recording and join us internet besties. My vision is to get to help entrepreneurs really live their best life and create their dream business so that you're actually creating freedom. Who's into freedom? Type the word freedom in the comments. So you are in the right place if you have a coaching or consulting business, or you're starting one soon, but you're struggling to get consistent paying clients. If you have a problem in place, but you're not sure it's actually attracting the right kind of clients, let's say who have money to invest, and you feel like you keep having to lower your prices to get a sale. And if you want a clear step-by-step system to build a profitable coaching or course business that works on autopilot so that you can stop trading time for money and create scalable income streams. So yes, type in the comments 1, 2, or 3, which of these you relate more to, or you can say all of them. And good morning, good morning. So good to see all of you guys hopping in, by the way. Now, listen, this masterclass is not for you if you're just here for another free class, but don't want to apply any of it to change your life and business. Or you plan on watching this entire free training and high level strategy and then get offended or upset when I offer you an opportunity to invest and get this system so you can 10x to 100x your sales and your email list this year. Or you're just here to criticize me and critique me, just bounce out now. I criticize myself enough. I mean, it's rainy today. This hair is all over the place, but we're going to learn how to love ourselves to show up because I have something of value to share with you. So put in the comments if you want to have the confidence to have enough value to share with the world. No matter what you look like, where you're tuning in from, what insecurities you have something of value. So let's say value in the comments. And that's for me, that's for you, and we get to share that together. And what I love is I really do attract such loving, kind people. And just like you're seeing in the comments, I'm so blessed. And of course, we all have the weird outliers, but that's life, helps us become stronger and helps us believe more in ourselves. So here's my promise to you. I will deliver as much value as humanly possible in the next, it's really more like 45 minutes, and then I'm going to take questions. So in 60 minutes, including Q&A. Nothing I'll teach today is based on theory. This is not theory. This is facts. Everything you'll learn has already been tested and proven to work. Who's excited? Put the number 2 in the comments if you're like, yeah, I want some proof of something that's working online. I'm over the struggle bus. I want to get off this hamster wheel hustle. Put a number 2. So here's what I'd like to ask of you so you can get the most value from this. One is that you keep an open mind about new information you're going to learn today and have a can-do attitude. Who loves a can-do attitude? A lot of us are moms on here. I work with a lot of moms and dads, and we talk to our children a certain way, but like, what about ourselves, right? Like, yes, you can. That you treat me and other attendees with respect, done and done, and that you do take notes or screenshots so you can begin to implement what you learn. Oh, great to see you all here today. It's so exciting. I love this program, by the way, side note, StreamYard, because I'm able to not only record this, but live stream to LinkedIn, to YouTube. And these are things I teach my clients, the tips and tricks of the trade, so you can save yourself tons of time and money. So here's some tips for watching this class. One is to get in a quiet room if possible. I know sometimes it's not, but turn off as many distractions as you can. You work hard, and I want you to treat yourself to these 60 minutes of focused learning. Close any extra tabs and extra apps to increase bandwidth. And again, like I said, sometimes I know some people are working full time and they're just trying to squeeze it in. They'd rather be here live. I totally respect that. But anything that you can limit on your distraction list right now, because I'm really sharing with you a behind the scenes look at how I've grown a 7-figure business. So here's what you're going to learn. 3 of the biggest mistakes to avoid with your coaching and course business. My 3-step framework for creating, it's 4, a profitable coaching business, attraction and permission-based marketing. It's a very nice way of doing your marketing and sales. And the systems you need in place to finally automate leads and sales and dominate your competition online. And I call it automate to dominate, which you're going to see on all these slides. So type the number 3 in line with 3 of the biggest mistakes if you're ready to hear about this right now. And at the beginning here, I do things a little different. I actually wanted to share with you the opportunity of some bonuses that if you do end up investing at the end, that you'll get today only. Okay, so these are 15-minute only at the very end today. There's 2 very special bonuses. One of them is called Sold Out, and it's how do you grow your online audience and sell out your business in 30 days or less in just an hour a day. And this program that you can do in just this weekend, like today's Thursday, if you're watching live, literally you could take advantage of it this weekend. Go into Monday with a plan. Who wants a plan on Monday? Type Monday in the comments. Monday. Like, take a few days. Like, things can go fast. The second bonus is my quick cash injection method, which is proven to help you make an extra $2,000 or more from your social media following, like people that are already following you. You'll learn how to quickly generate an extra $2,000 or more from your social media following, even if it's really small, even if you're just getting started. And you'll also learn about the long-term effects of my sales qualification funnel. And again, this is no ads, no team required. You can do it with these 2 bonuses. So these action bonuses, I love to know in the comments which one of them you want more, 1 or 2. They get sold out or like an extra 2K. How can I just grab that? Like in the next couple weeks, even here in April, if you're again watching in live in April, okay? Okay, everybody ready to get started on this program right now? So anybody like IKEA or love IKEA? My son loves IKEA. I'm like, okay. I like it. I like the votes coming. Thank you. Bring on the votes. So I do love their meatballs and mashed potatoes, I will say. My son loves everything about IKEA. He'll just go in there and we're walking around. But today I'm going to offer you a fun little pretend, but really pretend it's real prize. I want you to imagine that I had $100,000 to give you, and you want to learn how you get this prize. Okay. You get it by putting together this IKEA like loft bed. Now, part of why I don't love IKEA, and maybe some of you too, it's complicated, right? All the pieces. So my question to you is, if you really wanted that $100,000, how would you do it? Would you take some money up front and hire maybe an IKEA pro who puts that same bed together every day, day in, day out, to get it done fast, and then get that money back that you just spent because you made $100,000? Smart, efficient, quick. Or you're like, forget that. I'm not going to spend $2,000. I don't know if I'm going to be the winner. I'm going to just put it together, do this or that. And it's just slow and painful. I want you to remember these 2 images right now. Okay. So which one would you do? Would you do one? Would you hire an expert, take some money out of pocket, knowing like if you had that expert beside you, you guys are going to get that done. You're going to get that 100K, pay the expert and make way more money, have a 98K profit. Or would you just be like, oh, here's my paperwork. I got this. I've never put this together before, but you know what? I don't want to like get the help. Yep. It is a good analogy, right? She knows where I'm going with this. Creating funnels to get people off social media and into my business was the number one way I grew my business. And really, I didn't know what I was doing at first. I didn't, but I did learn from others too. But here's the thing. It wasn't the funnels themselves that made the biggest impact. Okay. It's what I did inside the funnels that mattered most. So, besides building a business, I'm a mom, a wife, and when I'm not helping other people nail their online marketing, I can probably be found at Target with the kids. These are my girls were shopping, and we love to shop. Raise your hand if you also love Target. Do you have a family? I'd love to know in the comments. Just side note, this is just us connecting. Like, we're all just trying to live a good life here. Let's bring this all down to if this mom from Target can do it, maybe I can too. So here's a little behind the scenes on some systems that have helped generate over 60,000 leads and automated 7 figures in sales. I've used my funnel systems to automate those leads, take them off social media, and build $1 million coaching course and product business in part-time hours and as a solopreneur, no team. So it's not that I've not hired contractors here and there, but I will tell you, most of the contractors I hire are things like house cleaners. Hello, who wants a house cleaner? Put house cleaner in the comments if you would like a house cleaner. I've hired food preppers. Like as a mom, I actually learned I became like, those are the things I actually want to spend money on getting help with. And then like, I love doing my business and working with clients. So you get to choose a life by design with this. In January 2015, all I had was an idea. So I want you guys to do a little flashback with me, okay? So in 2015, I definitely was overworked and underpaid. I had 2 very young kids, like a baby and a toddler. I did social media managing and web designer, scrounging for clients, just in between, just taking care of the kids, just to literally have like a nap time hustle. I also had a dream though. I'd got my master's degree in marketing. I'd taken some courses about how people were building residual money with courses and memberships, but that was my dream. And though I did write down here 10K a month, at that point, 5K a month felt impossibly high. And like, if I could just make 5K a month, and then I did have some millionaire mentors who came into my life. They're like, Tiana, like at least 10K a month. I'd love to know in the comments, how much would a monthly income on autopilot coming in, how much would change your life? So it can be a milestone goal. I would love to see it in the comments. Is it 5K? Is it 10K? Is it 20K? Do you have big dreams of 100K? But what amount would really change things for you? And that's what I want you to really picture. I want you to picture your bank account right now. And I want you to see like, what if that was your money, you made it, and you were doing something you loved? And I will tell you, back in 2015, I did not have an email list or an online following. It really was just a few Facebook friends from back in the day. And this was really before the big boom. I was still trying to convince people that like you should be on social media. Now people know it, but back then, this was 10 years ago. It was very different, but a lot has changed, but a lot still hasn't. For a lot of you, you're like 5,000 a month would change my life. 10,000 a month would change my life. And I will tell you that friends and family thought I was nuts. For real, please don't tell everybody your dream. I don't know if you've heard this before, if you need to hear it now. Like, it's not safe for everyone to know your dream, and it's not their business. I remember thinking, I'm going to go all in, and I don't care if nobody believes I can do it. I did not have a supportive spouse at the time. This was before I got divorced. My friends were just like, come on, Tiana, like maybe 2,000 a month. That would be great. Like they didn't have the same dreams as me, and that's okay. But I just decided that I was going to do it. I want you to put in the comments if you're ready to decide that you're just going to do it. Like, I'm going to do it. And this is a safe place. And maybe somebody would see your comments. If you don't feel safe commenting it, that's okay. But write it down on a piece of paper beside you. And I was inspired by a quote that I heard at that time that said, if they're not paying your bills or raising your kids, they have no say in it. And I will tell you to this day, sometimes like I do have thoughts like, oh my goodness, I'm just so much, or I'm dressing up, going to a meeting and I'm putting on my lip gloss or smiling and taking another selfie. And honestly, my family still makes fun of me. And I say, I think you probably shouldn't do that because this selfie or this post just bought you your new outfit. This selfie, this post paid for a trip to Europe. So they're like, you're right, mom, sorry. So listen, there's just sometimes you just have to believe in you. But one of my specialties, I will say, side note, is I believe in my clients. I believe in my clients before they even sign up with me. So let's do a quick flashback. January 2015, started my consulting biz and built my first funnel. In March, my business sales really weren't growing fast enough, and I thought about giving up. And when I say I thought about giving up, like thought, went back and forth. If you've ever been there, I've been there. But I will tell you, if you never give up, you will succeed. I stopped treating my business like a hobby and discounting prices and started taking it serious. And that's when I saw a real turn. Okay. So a lot of spiritual, emotional elements about when you like decide that you're doing something, like irregardless. And by August 2015, I shot past my 10K goal and hit 17,000. It was pretty exciting. By December of that year, I'd had my first 27K month. And by 2024, years past all that, I'd closed over 7 figures for myself. And I've helped my clients close over 35 million and counting and counting. How cool is that? I want to hear in the comments, what do you think? Like, how would it feel that not only you hit that 5K month, 10K month, but in a year from now, 2 years, 3 years, you've created something that maybe you're not business to business like me, but you help empower women. You help people go on their dream vacations. And all these people are writing you and saying these amazing stories. And that's because you pursued your dreams. So what I think people don't always realize is like, this is even bigger than you. At first, we need to gain enough confidence, enough systems in place to get the results so we can change our own life. But what ends up happening is the more people's lives you change, the more money you make. But then like the fulfillment of it, we're always going to have bills to pay. And ideally we want to have way more than enough money than bills. We want to have abundance. We want to have impact. We want to give back to charities. We want freedom, right? But your clients are writing you, saying how you changed their life. And that's honestly what lights me up every day. And it all started with my funnel systems. So now I've developed an automate to dominate, which we're going to say A2D for short, say A2D in the comments, that are unique just to me. To Tiana Smith, they're trademarked, copywritten, got a law team behind it, baby. I have figured out something that's very specialized in this whole world. And it's helped me add thousands to my email list anytime I put the gas pedal on. It gives me direct insight into what my audience wants so I can create offers that are a perfect fit. So many times clients come to me and they either are just starting and they're like, oh, I don't have it together. I'm like, that's perfect because most people don't actually check on their audience, and then we actually have to redo the work anyway. So whether you're in a position that you don't have your offer together yet, that's fine. That's what this system will help you with. And then if you have done it and you're not making those sales, that's what we were just talking about. There's probably a reason why. So don't give up. Sometimes it just needs tweaked, and sometimes you might need to restart. But if it gets the results you want, that's okay. Because if this enables me to build loads of excitement for each product. And by product, what I mean, just side note, we'll talk about this in a little bit too, is it could be a coaching, it could be service, it could be a course, it could be digital products, it could be physical products. I'd love to know in the comments, what are you thinking of creating, or what are you already creating? What are you selling? What's your offer? What is your offer? What thing are you selling? And again, like these systems work for all of the above. I've helped people sell more songs, more books. Everything needs an A2D system. Okay. And most importantly, I'm no longer overworked scrounging for clients. My A2D systems help me easily generate enough income to support my family without hustling for sales 24/7. What a relief that is. And I get to work when I want, with who I want, from wherever I want. Freedom, baby. That's the freedom. It's choices. Type the word choices in the comments if you could get behind having way more choices. Creating a true life and business by design. Let's do it. Put freedom in the comments. Let's go. So let me dive into 3 major mistakes to avoid with your online marketing. And I love seeing some of these comments coming in. Digital content. Digital content's my personal favorite. And it's actually the fastest way to scale and have more freedom because you don't have to show up anywhere and it has low overhead. So 3 major mistakes to avoid with your online marketing. Mistake number 1, copying someone else's branding and funnels and then expecting instant leads and sales. All right, look, we've all seen it. Like these 5-day funnel challenges and then people shouting from the rooftops, I'm a funnel builder. Okay, you built a funnel, but like to say like you're certified when you've not actually got results for yourself or others, you might go and take a certification course. That's fantastic. That's education. But what we're looking for is action, implementation, and results. Okay. So when you copy somebody else's funnel, and I'm not talking about templates and editing it yourself. I create those things. I'm talking about when you don't take the time to learn about who your client is, what your offer is, it's not going to work. Okay. So we don't want to do that. Your brand, which is your name, your face, if it's you as the brand, your logo, your company name, depending on what the brand is, and your funnels. Every step where the brand touches should be custom to you, to your ideal client you want to attract. I want you to imagine, like when I say Target and I say Walmart, what if like you went to Target's website, but it was all Walmart clothing and it was all Walmart products and it actually like that wouldn't make sense. They each have their own brand and their own brand recognition. And it's beyond the logo, it's beyond the name, it's the way they represent themselves. So, what I help people develop in the A2D system is what is your brand? What are the words and the feeling and the emotions that you want your brand to emote for people to connect with? So, I'd love to know in the comments what's a word or words that you would like people to connect with when they think of you. And just shoot it off the top of your head. Just think about these. These are just little bits of this. And I want you to let it go. I want you to stop thinking that funnels are too hard for you. Okay. Funnels can make it so easy to attract your dream clients. For any of us parents, though parenting's hard, right? But isn't it also like the most beautiful, rewarding journey? I think it is. Building my dream body is hard, but it's worth it. So, even if something is a little frustrating or confusing at first, when you keep going, it gets easier. Anytime you're a beginner at something, it feels hard, but that's where you just focus on the practice. So there's a saying in yoga, which I'm not like a huge yoga fan, but it's called the practice of yoga, meaning like every time you show up, you're practicing. I like that. And I was reading somewhere about how happiness is a practice. And I like that too. Like essentially each day you're practicing, like you're just showing up. And funnels are going to take you some practice. But when you work with someone who knows what they're doing, it gets a lot easier, just like the IKEA trainer. All right. Mistake number 2, winging it on social media. I could just like cry, scream, and laugh over this one. Okay. Winging it on social media without a strategy or systems. And yes, I'm loving these comments over here. Guilty. Put hashtag guilty if you're guilty. I've been guilty of this. That's why I said I could laugh, cream, scry, scream, cry, scry, a scream and a cry. I like it. Spending hours a day on social media, guessing what to post or who is going to buy from you is not a business plan. And it's definitely not sustainable. Okay, friends, who has been there? Like the winging it, just put some little wings and put some little cry face emojis, put a funny emoji, put a GIF. I don't know if I'll be able to see the GIFs until later. But look, No, there's a better way, my friend. I promise you. If you're spending more than 30 minutes a day on social media, you're doing something wrong. Everybody's like looking at their like timers of like 8 hours on Instagram. Like, maybe doing something wrong. Maybe get outside and I'll show you a better way of doing it. Does that sound good? Who wants a better plan? Say I in the comments. Like, who wants a plan for social media? I want you to automate everything. And by automate, I don't mean don't show up. That's not what I mean. I mean, there are systems you get to have that are going to help you post, help you schedule, and help you get your mind back, friend. Okay. And automation will also help you get new followers following you on social media every day. It will help you get new subscribers added to your email text list every day. New content scheduled and shared daily, and new sales and repeat buyers generated daily. How does that sound? Feel free to screenshot this. Again, if you post anywhere, just of course give credit, but like seriously, put this as like your goal. Screenshot, baby. Like this is the power of funnels, of automation, and of strategy that works. Okay. So stop overwhelming yourself and your followers with too much content that isn't working. If I can just give you a little more content, then I'll be profitable. And that's what a lot of people teach. And I've also been there. When I first started doing social media marketing for people and companies, I was literally posting 12 posts a day on my own business and for about 7 other businesses. So when you look back at those pictures we talked about where I was like on the floor with the kids with the laptop, that was real. Now the good part of that is I created an amazing system from all that extra work that you don't need to go through. But listen, there's a better way. Put better way in the comments. Better way. And creating too much free content is also overwhelming for your audience and overwhelming for you. It's also just not even just about free content. Most people's content is not aligned with their brand, with their what they're selling, and with who they want to attract. Like they're not really sure. They're winging it, like we've talked about. And winging it and actually showing up is better than not showing up at all. So this isn't here to shame or guilt anybody. It's to say, listen, I get it. I've been there. Here's some pain points. Let's do better. Your audience needs clarity, not 10 gajillion worksheets or selfies of your families. Again, like I said, some selfies are okay, but not all the time. Checklists and blog posts, or even if you want to do podcasting, want to do YouTube, let's be strategic with when you're posting, what you're talking about. So it's not only what you're doing, but the intention behind it. Okay. So mistake number 3, our final mistake. Put number 3 in the comments if you're ready. Put a 1 and 2 if you related to mistakes 1 and 2. 1 and 2 in the comments. So mistake number 3, assuming sales will just happen on their own. This is most people's social media strategy or just strategy. If I can just put up more posts or invite enough people to my workshop, then I'll make more money. And though there is some truth behind that, that's not the plan. Okay. We need to develop a better plan. If you want to start making money, you need a profitable offer, that thing you sell. Remember, I've been saying, what do you sell? What is it called? What does your brand look like? And a funnel framework in place. Offer funnel. Put it in the comments if you want to remember it. Now, real quick, I want to say this too. There's a false belief that you have to work harder and longer in order to make more money. If I just work harder, if I just work longer, no, that's not the case. That's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because if it was all about how hard you worked, then the poor people would be really wealthy. It's about strategy. It's about leverage and leveraging your time and leveraging your money. Funnels can help you do both those things for your business if it's the proper framework, which is what we're talking about. Who wants to press the easy button in the comments? The easy. You want this easier way of making cash so that you can actually get going, get that freedom, get the choices. So with the system I've been telling you about, within 1 year, when I finally dialed this in, I gained 3,000 new email subscribers and $100,000 just from selling a $127 product that I also had a $1,000 upsell to the tiny percentage of people who wanted that upsell. And really, it just poured in. It changed my life forever. I was still working part-time with the little kiddos, but it was like, oh my goodness, this is real money. So, I mean, all money is real money, but you know what I mean. When you hit those goals and you're like, well, maybe I really can do this and I can make that money that I hear other people making. I didn't have any affiliates. I had no webinars at that time. I had no team. It was just my email list and my funnel. So there are different systems as you scale your business that you will want to put in place. But what we're talking about, because most of you put on here, you want to make that extra 5 to 10K, which puts you in startup mode. And you might be thinking, I could never get to $10,000 a month that fast. But let me give you some cool stuff. You're wrong. Isn't it great to be wrong about something good? You're like, oh, I could never do that. Many of my own students report getting, this is Jen, and she celebrated the first launch of her membership with 5-figure sales. 5-figure meaning you've got 5, so like over 10,000, over 20,000. I think she hit around 18,000. Another one of my clients, and she had a full-time therapy practice, and she just changed the way that she did these funnels. She wasn't selling anything. Helped her raise the prices, get the funnels aligned, her branding aligned, and she made 15,000 Canadian, which was about 12,000 USD. And she was only converting at 10%, and then she went to past 50% conversions. And there's so many more. You can see them on my website, on YouTube, watch the videos and everything. But here's at a glance some students at different levels, depending on what your belief system is. Jen made about 18,000, Barbara 15,000. And those were just this automate to dominate system. I've also had clients who take this system and they ask me to build it all for them. And guess what? I want to show you something. They usually get 10 to 100 times results. That is the power of the one-to-one add-on. Ani did 100K within 8 weeks. Kathy Heller did about 180K her first round and then 2 million the second round of working with me. Carl Allen did 25 million with the first systems. That was over 3 years, but then he took that system and made 4 million in about 3 hours. I think it's 4 million in 3 hours. So that's when you have a custom person like me plus the system. But even if you just followed the system, you would make these kinds of numbers. And I have so many more client results who've made this and more. You can 10x your results. The average email list is only converting at like 2%. If you use funnels and the different systems that I will teach, we're converting up to 60%. So this is very powerful and it's way above industry standard. Ani, one of the pictures I showed before, he's a course creator now, but his business is real estate investing, and we've helped him build a course and mastermind around this. We added 1,000 new email subscribers without ads, just by using his online audience, like I talked about at the beginning, those bonuses. That's what you would learn in this. One funnel, one offer, and 100K launch. And this was before any ads were placed. So who would get really excited about grabbing some email subscribers who then convert, and you made $100,000? Put 100K in the comments if you could start to believe that this could be possible for you. And I want to say to this moment right now, if you're having any doubts in your brain, I actually believe that, and it's like starting to lightning and thunder out there. We're going to rock through this. We're going to speak. This is protected, my Wi-Fi. That it's possible for you. If it's possible for them, it's possible for you. And I'm the person who set up all these systems. These are my systems from start to finish. So I can stand behind it, watch every step of the way, helped either build or gave them their systems. So who believes they could get 5 new sales each month? Let's say we made you a course, you don't even have anything, and you sell it for $2,000. Do you think from your online audience that just 5 sales a month, that's $10,000? Just 2 sales a month would be $4,000. How would that feel? And just 1 sale would be $2,000. So when you wrote earlier, I'd like to make an extra $2,000 a month, perhaps. 1 sale, just 1 sale out of all these people who follow you. And this is the power of leverage, of the good offer, the good pricing, and a good funnel. All right. Now, how about 1,000 new subscribers a month? 1,000 new people saying, oh my goodness, I want that free offer you just offered me. I want that gift. I'm interested in learning more about your business. Totally possible. The other day, I tried out a new thing and I added 3,200 people in 48 hours. I've done this over and over again. I've done it for myself. I've done it for clients. Things can go fast when you have the proper systems in place. The bottom line is, funnels convert like crazy, which is why leading with value through your automated funnels can make lots of money. Again, we're back to the word value, and there's lots of ways to give value. It's through education, it's through entertainment, it's through just being fun, it's through being dry even. There's all kinds of ways to make money using content creation and funnels that I will teach you about in this system. But here's the thing. You are not going to make any money without a real strategy in place and a strategy that works. There's a lot out there that's kind of mixed match. It doesn't give you all the steps. I'm against that. Like, I take a stand against that. My systems give all the steps, so there's no guesswork. And if you've even had any other questions, I work with people till we get the questions answered. So here's that 4-step framework for a profitable funnel. Put the number 4 in the comments if you want to see it mapped out for you step by step right here on the next slide. 1 is attract, 2 is brand, 3 is systems, and 4 is sales. Okay, so we're going to attract, brand, systems, sales. 4 steps. Let's go do this. 1, attract. Who do you want to attract? And you should be specific. Without this, you are not ready to make money. We got to get into the nitty-gritty of who it is. Who is your ideal customer? Also called in the world, and type it out if you don't know what it means. It's ICA, which means ideal client avatar. If you're ever hearing that, I love to break down business jargon. I hate when people say words just to say words, and they know most people in the audience don't know it. I taught music when I was younger to get through college, and I really love to help break things down. So if you have a question, you should ask me. I'm here to help you. All right. ICA is ideal client avatar. You need someone with a problem that your offer is designed for. And there's all kinds of problems in the world. There's teachers who need programs and they buy the programs. I've even heard of ministers and churches taking all their lessons, uploading them, selling them to other churches so they don't have to you don't need to recreate the wheel. There's so many problems and there's so many solutions, and you just need to narrow in on the one that you want to solve that people are going to pay you for. And that's what we do in this system. You could probably sell your product or service to a lot of different people, but in order to make money, you need to pick one. Don't get lost in the noise. And what that means is for example, if you were a trainer and maybe you want to talk about, maybe you just want to serve women who are over 40, or you want to serve women who are bodybuilders and want to do their first bodybuilding competition. Choosing who you want to serve does matter, and it helps narrow in on being able to sell that product, that service, that course a lot faster. And I know it's scary. It can be. It's not scary to me anymore. It did used to be, but it's okay to repel some people. It's okay to say, I only want to work with women, or I only want to work with men who are 35 to 55. Stay focused on your ideal customers. And that's where the money is going to be at. Okay. And if your funnel is lacking clarity though, and by the funnel, that means who you're talking to, the images that are on the funnel, the words you're saying. If that's not converting for you, meaning people aren't opting in, people aren't signing up, people aren't buying from you, it's often because your brand and messaging don't have a focus. So you're kind of just slinging mud all over the place. Somebody messaged me just this week. They were pitching something and they did 5 things, literally named different companies, different brands, different things. And I was like, man, let's focus. Engagement happens naturally. Engagement meaning let's get engaged, let's connect, is people share a common problem or interest. So don't skip this step. Get to know your ideal customer. Okay. Number 2, type number 2 in the comments if you're ready. Where does engagement lead? Okay. New email subscribers and new dream clients. That's where it leads to. Don't treat your funnel like a dumping ground. You want to give your followers a clear path to follow. Make it as easy as possible for them to get on your list, buy your products and programs. Also, guilty. I've been there where I have all these offers, all these things. The funnels weren't up. I'm like, I do this, I do that. But I'm telling you, one offer and one funnel that's killing it is the path to 100K and then the path to 7 figures. Take it from Jen. We narrowed in on one offer, one funnel. That's when she added the subscribers and got the 5 figures in sales. Okay. Number 3 is grow. Promote your funnel the right way. Man, I wish more content creators like on YouTube and Instagram would utilize funnels. Like I went to a Vid Summit thing with a bunch of YouTubers, like none of them had funnels. So they're growing subscribers, but they're relying on YouTube for their income. Whereas if they would get people off YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, Instagram, you're going to make a lot more money by growing your own email list through funnels. And what not to do? Friend everyone without consent. Okay. Now listen, lots of people teach this strategy, and I do it in a specific way, but it's about asking permission. It's about consent, and it's really about attraction. When you have good content, they're going to come to you. Your funnel needs a steady stream of new people to increase engagement and to grow your list. Okay. And your funnel and list has the ability to grow quickly with minimal effort on your part. But you might be asking, but how? I'll tell you. Magnetic content creation. That's free. That's stuff you're posting. It's free for you and it's free for viewers. But when something's free and you give value and it's amazing, they're like, wow, if this person is giving all this to me for free, what will they do when I actually pay them? That's really the subconscious reasoning that's going on. But this is only going to happen if you have the right strategy and engagement. Take it from Sonia. Sonia is a coach and a course creator, and I got her set up with her first systems and program, and she had about a 20K launch. And then number 4, convert. Okay, we're almost to Q&A, so be ready for this. Give value first, sell second. There's a great book by Gary Vaynerchuk that was called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Fantastic, and he leads by example on social media. It's all about giving first, and then people are naturally going to ask you for the sale. Your funnel is not a billboard, so don't treat it like one. What that means is it's not just like a, hey, come visit us, we're on sale now. No, it's not like that. You're giving something. And the goal, first and foremost, is new email subscribers. And then the second goal is customers, because people shop and buy from who they know, like, and trust. We all know this. So we need to make sure that they know, like, and trust us through the content and the funnels we're putting out there. Your funnel can be a true ATM machine on steroids. It makes everything in your existing online store work better and faster. It's so exciting. And you don't assume that people know what you sell. Remember what happened to me at the beginning where I was all over the place, and then when I narrowed in on just one thing, how it shot through the roof. You don't want to be all over the place. You need to make it extremely clear what it is you are selling. So what can you sell? Before we dive into this final wrap up, one-to-one coaching, courses, group coaching, masterminds, products. Those could be digital or physical, and services. And again, I'd love to know right now, poll in the audience, what are you selling, or what do you want to sell from this list? What would you like to sell? In order to make money with your funnel, you need a strategy and offer in place. Okay. So we've been talking about it. Strategy, offer, repetition is effective. And the most effective sales mechanisms on the planet are email and live video. And my step-by-step system and funnel plan utilizes both. Those are the most effective. These are the systems that like Cathy Heller used. You might have heard of her. She's a top podcaster, author, and course creator and singer-songwriter. So the first round of working through my system, she did 180K in 90 days. And I want to say she was selling a songwriting course. A lot of times people really, and I think this is all about those excuses where they're like, well, it's business to business if I sell that. No, I've worked with authors, creators, artists. Actually, one of my best-selling first clients when I first started in the marketing world was an artist who sold silver jewelry. But we killed it. She had a great audience, and we narrowed in. And Cathy here, a musician at the time, then she went on. She got a book deal because her audience grew from all the work we did. She started a podcast, and then she did 2 million. She brought me in for that launch in 10 days. Carl Allen, one of my biggest success stories. I built all his online system. He had no online system at all. Got an email from him a few months ago just saying that those funnels that we put in place, he did 25 million. So grateful he came back to me and was honest about the success that my systems put in place. And then they relaunched it and did like a shortened launch and did 4 million in 2 hours. So I'd love to know in the comments, how would that feel? And again, some of these take some time. So in between Cathy's 2 launches, but like if you're saying 5, 10K, okay, great. Now, well, what about 100K in the next 100 days even? What about 100K the rest of this year? Like not even in a full year, but in 2025. Yeah. How would it feel to see 180,000 land in your account with a brand new offer, with a brand new email list? Both of them came to me and had nothing. Same with Ani, the other creator. I will tell you guys, just in transparency, they all hired me one-to-one. So I do take on a handful of clients every year, one-to-one, but my systems, the other ones, the ones who are making 15, 20K just right out the gate, those just took this A2D system that I'm going to share with you right now. But sales don't happen on their own. Each of my students made money because they implemented a specific sales strategy and funnel. Okay. And that took time. And it was based on my 4-step framework: attract, engage, grow, and convert. And this framework is not just a bunch of theory, as I told you at the beginning. It's been tested and proven to work by me and hundreds of my students. And then obviously I've highlighted some of the better testimonials, but I have lots more than those testimonials. People who made an extra $1,500, people who made $8,000. Like there are so many. And they've done it in weeks and months, not years and years. And the years and years ones are making millions and millions. Okay. Something that almost nobody ever in the whole world makes. And I've helped create 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, not just myself. That's a very specialized thing. And not many people in the whole world can even say that. If you take away one thing, I want you to know that you can use your funnels to dramatically increase revenue without hustling for clients 24/7. Let the funnels work for you. And then when you show up, you can have fun. And I've developed this 4-step framework that makes it easy to create your very own profitable funnel. And I've outlined that system for you today. So here's the big question. How can you apply this framework to your own business and tap into the power of funnels to increase sales? Here's the choice. Let's remember that the choice at the beginning between the IKEA lady and hiring the expert and making sure that you win that 100K. Or you can waste tons of time and effort trying to figure out everything by yourself, mix matching videos, trainings, not having a system. Or you can fast track your results with my step-by-step proven program, the Automate to Dominate system. So enrollment is now open. And this is everything you're going to be getting. You're going to be able to create a profitable funnel and an offer and get honed in on your branding. This is an accelerator program to be able to do this in the next 30 days to 45 days. You can take a week and plow through it, or you can do a module a week and just get it done and say, you know what, this is my time. This is my time. I want to give you a bird's eye view of what you'll learn each week in my program. One is attract. Remember, we talked about this. So the program actually goes in depth. I gave you a view of what's going to be there. But in this one lesson, you're going to learn the systems and framework necessary to create a strong foundation to a profitable monthly and yearly business, something you can keep repeating. Okay. Second, the engage part. Well, you've got to have a brand because you only get 2 seconds to make a first impression on somebody. That's the same in person, my friends. And this is why I do believe in dressing up and showing up each day, especially if you're going out to do business. Because would you dress up? Let's say your dream person asks you on a date. Are you showing up in sweats or are you getting dressed to the nines? And your brand online every day, people are passing you by on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. And what is it saying? Is it just put together mishmash? Or are you taking advantage of those 2 seconds you get? And that's how you start to get engaged. And I break the whole thing down for you in this module. In 3, we need to grow. And that's where we're going to dive into your list and your email marketing systems to make sure that you can really take people off social media and get them onto your own business asset, which is your email list. This is an actual asset. If you were ever to grow and sell your business one day, they're going to ask you how many people are on your email list. And that fact is going to determine how much you could sell your business for, or even media gigs. And if you are getting on podcasts, everybody's going to ask, how big is your email list? All right. So this is a insurance for your business to be able to get the opportunities you say you want. And then convert. We need to have websites and funnels in place so that you can actually get those sales. All right. And then a bonus that expires soon is I'm actually offering you a launch. So, how do you then take all these new things you just built and how do you gain some immediate momentum to get those cash injections that we talked about? The other bonus that you get is you can become a certified seven-figure club funnel builder. So through my company, I do offer if you go through all these modules and you build it all and we audit it for free. This is usually a $3,000 extra. You can, during this presentation, when you sign up today, you can also get a certification. So, what if you also were interested in learning how to build funnels for other people? This is a huge growing field and I highly recommend it. So, if you fall in love with funnel building through this process, you may not. You might just build it for your own, whatever that other niche is. But I've actually had a number of people fall in love with funnels and then even get six-figure jobs. Isn't that cool? So that is also a bonus that's just included today. Now let's talk about those fast action bonuses we talked about at the beginning. You're also going to get my brand new, just came out a couple months ago, and I tested it with clients privately before I even launched this. It's the Blow Up Your Biz with Video. It's a 30-day accelerator program that you can utilize YouTube and funnels and email marketing to truly kill it and be untouchable in your niche. If you want to become untouchable where like your competition just does not, that's that dominate piece, that domination, this will help you. The other thing is that most people also struggle with organization and planning. And that's something that my Freedom Planner system has been helping people with for 10 years. That was a part of that 2015 story that I told you about, the Freedom Planner. And this is an incredible system. It not only includes a digital piece that you can use it on like your iPad or your device, but you can also print it out. And then we do have hard copies that we can ship soon. The hard copies are not included in this because they're not available yet, but what is included is you can print it and you can have the whole system, and you can also learn, it's my Freedom Planner system, how do you get organized, what daily to-dos are really required so you cannot be overwhelmed, but just focus on what's going to move the needle forward in your life. All right. The other thing that's expiring soon on this 15-minute timer that I've set now is you're going to get deep insights, light bulb moments. You're going to get 4 live group coaching calls. So we do have a private app and a private membership, but I also offer group coaching calls, and that is an $8,000 value. The other bonus that's expiring soon is an entire course community during this time. So outside of just the course modules, I have a whole Q&A, a community. You can get feedback from other people just like you. You know, when I talked about at the beginning how like a lot of other people in our lives or communities probably think you're crazy. I'm like, don't tell them what you do really. Is in this community that we're all going for it. We're all going for 6 figures and 7 figures, and you're around like-minded others. And I have a super strict positive only community. Like it is all about encouragement and can-do attitude and whatever it takes. So here are the fast acting bonuses that are only available for these 15 last minutes, which we're getting down to the last 6 minutes here. Is the sold out and the 2,000 extra per month, the quick cash injection method. So you're going to get both those bonuses. The sold out system, just to show you this again, is you're going to learn my daily marketing routine. It's a 3-step system. It's just 1 hour a day, and it will teach you how to really stay focused on social media, how to grow your network and your net worth very quickly. And the other bonus that's just available when you sign up before the hour is the cash injection system. And that's a behind the scenes live sales workshop that I'm going to give you access to. It also comes with a printable script to help you with when people ask you, well, I would like to learn more. And then people are always like, well, what do I say? So one of the most common things that people say is like, well, how do I do that? So I train you on how to do that. And that's something I usually don't even sell. It's only for this bonus for this timeline. So here's at a glance, very briefly here without sharing my screen and taking you through everything, all the things you're going to get today when you sign up. So again, that expert level, I've been doing this 20 years. If you were going to buy all these things separately, it would be about $10,000, a little under $10,000. And for today, you can get started for as little as $387. Okay. And that's a 6 pay, or you can pay $19.97 pay in full. The question is not if you're going to make your money back. It's just how many times are you going to make it over and over and over again? That's the only question. Just like Katie, who made an extra 17K in 30 days after following this system. And Kathy Heller, again, like we talked about, 180K after following just for the first time. Both of them, 0 email lists, 0 following, 0 funnels before, 0 offers. They had none of that. They signed up, they got to work, and they made it happen. Or Janelle, if you want to see some smaller ones, if you need your brain to expand a little bit more, or Pam, $2,000, $4,000 in 2 days through the system, 5-figure sales, 50 planners sold. Okay. Emmy tripled her income, and Emmy is in Africa. Okay. Candace is in Australia. Sonia is in the East Coast. This is also an international crowd. It does not matter where you live. We are in a global economy. Type global economy in the comments if you're still here. This is very important to remember. If you sell digital products, especially, you are tapped into a global economy. You do not need to listen when people say we're in a recession or this or this or that. I'm serious. You can just say, you know what? I can sell this product to anybody in the world. And I know that there are so many people in the world with this much money, and that's who I'm talking to. And that's the power positioning. And then again, you could be like Carl and you can make 25 million or 4 million in 2 hours. It again, results, that one's not typical, but it is possible. And if it's possible for him, why wouldn't it be possible for you? Why not you? So 0 risk when you do the work. I do not offer refunds, and I do that's just not what I do, because you're going to get immediate access to 7-figure funnels. I actually give you templates, plug and play, emails, text, visuals, Canva graphics, all of it, plug and play. This is not just I'm going to give you screenshots. It's copy, paste, plug and play, super fast. You could get it all up in a week, or you could take the 6 weeks. And then the other thing you're going to do is this. When you sign up right now, I'm going to give you an extra 2 months of support. So it usually comes with 8 weeks of the live coaching and support. And when you sign up in the next 10 minutes, you get the actual an extra 2 months of support. So that's a huge bonus. That's another $8,000 bonus. And so you can sign up and do the $387 6 pay, or you can do the $1997 pay in full. I will say if you do the pay in full, you're saving a few $100s, but I also offer some a 60-minute one-to-one in my small group, a very special sales training. Each month when we do this, I give those people who pay in full an extra training where you can ask questions, you can get started, and really we can dive into your program. So that's another $1,000 bonus when you pay in full. So you'll enter your name and information from the page. I'm going to put the link down here so you can go to that site, and I'll show you where to go as well. So I'm going to share this tab. So you can go to tianasmithcoaching.com, and then you can go to A2D, and that's the link. So I'll also put the link here in the comments, but sometimes the comments doesn't work. So again, you just go to my website, tianasmithcoaching.com, and you click on A2D. Click on enroll now, and you can either choose the payment plan, or you can get all these awesome bonuses and get the $1997 pay in full. Isn't that fantastic? So this is what the page looks like. You can go through it, get started. There's behind the scenes, another behind the scenes video if you want to see what the course looks like. It's the most inclusive step-by-step plan out there. There's just nothing else like it. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm going to present the let's see, I'm going to stop the screen share and share this final screen, and take any questions that you might have. Let me know let me see, I don't want the presenter window. I just want this one. Okay, so here we go. So here's what it looks like. And these are all the things you're going to get. 14 video lessons, worksheets, and templates walking you through each step of the system. Valuable tech trainings and templates to speed up your results. 24/7 access to our VIP course community and Q&A. And also I have a very VIP high-end app. So it's like super mobile friendly. You can check it on the go. It's not like other ones that there's problems logging in. And then you're going to get, if you sign up now, not just the 4 live monthly coaching calls, you're going to get 8, because you're going to get 8 weeks of support instead of actually you're going to get 16 because I'm giving you the extra 2 months of support. So the link is down here. I'm going to put it down here if anybody wants to grab that and get started right now. And then I'll take any questions. If you have any specific questions about funnels, about strategy, about getting started, I will answer those. I'll give those a couple minutes. Otherwise, you can always go to my website, click on the contact page and email me. But really, I do want to say, like, look, if you're not getting the results, the sales, if your brand is not in place, you're not proud of it, if you're just explaining yourself to people like, oh yeah, my website's up, but like, look, there shouldn't be buts. This is a business. And although you may not have a storefront, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your website, these funnels are your storefront. So does it really reflect who you are, how you want to stand for yourself, that you're proud of it? And if not, let's get started. So if you have any other questions, I will answer them on these feeds on the different platforms. And then you can just get started. You'll get an onboarding email. And if you do pay in full, you'll get the extra bonuses. That information will be sent to you within 24 hours. And I hope to see you on there. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Let's go live our best life, funded by our dream businesses. See you soon.